Hey everybody, Anish Majumdar here, career coach to the fiercely ambitious. Back at you today with a very simple video with a very simple message. All right? And let me just go with the stats to get this across. All right? As of today, the vast majority of US employers, well over 80% surveyed, although the reality is it's as close to 100% as you can imagine, you may as well just assume it, say they would be willing to negotiate salary on an initial job offer. However, 55% of American workers don't even ask. They don't even negotiate. They just take what's there and they say yes. And the reasons given, and these are the three that I want to attack on this because this is going to directly impact your money. Everyone's focused on the bottom. We got to get the minimum wage up. That might be true. You might have your own take on it. We're talking now about the top. We're talking now what individuals like me and you can earn. And that is completely different. The three reasons that are most behind why that 55% don't negotiate, by the way. First one, not comfortable asking for more money. Number two, afraid the employer will decide not to hire them at the last minute. And number three, coming across as greedy. Okay? I want to talk about these three areas. I want to talk about why that is not the case. And I want to talk about why you getting more money than you are making right now, more fairness than what you're making right now, is actually a win-win for absolutely everyone, including you and your loved ones, okay? Here's the first one. By the way, it's 48% of men, 42% of women who have this reluctance, at least statistically, okay? Topic number one, not comfortable asking for more money. Okay. First thing you want to do with this, okay? I want you to stop what you're doing, sit down, okay? Maybe watch the rest of this video, give me that view, hit a like, that would really help me out. But watch this video, and afterwards I want you to sit down and I want you to write out all of the ways that you can add value to any company, any client, any relationship whatsoever. If I said, look, you're the new CEO, you can hire, you can fire, you can innovate, you can deploy new technologies, you can optimize, there's a million things you can do. Go for it. What are all the ways that you can add value? I want you to sit down and I want you to spend at least a solid half hour to an hour just brainstorming, get it all out there, do a full brain dump on a piece of paper. I want you to look at all of that just for a second without the crap of job postings and the other limited beliefs. Look at all of that for a second. Just look at how much one person you can do, okay? Next, I want you to think about, okay, and I really want you to take this seriously, to tie your brand, okay, to an outcome, not your skills. The second what you represent is being a self-starter, high-performance executive with strategic planning and blah, 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 you're just telling me, hey, judge me based on these random skills, and I'm always gonna undervalue you, okay? So, if you're not comfortable asking for more money, one of the ways in which you can help your case is to have your brand do some of that heavy lifting. If your brand is focused not on, I'm a marketing expert who can do this form of marketing, this, but I'm an expert in fostering growth amongst leaders, and marketing and two other things or three other things are the ways behind my unique process, now you've got a more leverage in the process. No matter how you're pursuing a role, your perception is higher right at the outset, and that's very important. If you're commoditized as just another applicant right out of the outset, there's no way you're getting competitive compensation. Not happening, okay? Number two, afraid the employer will decide not to hire them. This is such a lie, quite frankly, and we've got to blow this up, okay? Look, you will never have more leverage with an employer than when they present you with that first offer. And by the way, the vast majority of employers hold money in reserve for your counter. They're expecting you to counter with a number so they can give you the real amount, by the way. So for you to just say yes automatically, guaranteed you're leaving, I don't know, conservatively, 8 to 12% on the table. It could be way more, but just you asking for any number that's higher for most employers will make them more amenable to meeting you, either from salary, equity, or any of the other perks, right? So, which are not really perks, by the way, and I think that's the other problem too. What we're talking about here is not perks, okay? People are dramatically underpaid. They're cheating you, okay? What we're talking about is fairness and not stealing money that is yours by all rights, right? So if you're talking about fear, that they're not going to hire you, it's extremely unlikely that when you counter with a number, that they're going to walk away. What, and go back to a hiring process? Go back to basically going cold HRing it? No. It costs on average 160% of someone's starting salary in year one to hire them cold. They're not going to do that over, okay? It is way, way easier to meet you in the middle and move forward on solving the problem, which, by the way, is an order of magnitude higher, right, than anything else, than it is for us not to do that. So it's really, really, really key to understand and to get the fact that when the offer comes in, that's when you have the leverage. When you counter, most companies will have a counter offer reserve. And again, if you're not doing that, it can undercut your credibility. I have talked to employers, I've talked to hiring managers who have told me, Anish, I was 100% on board with hiring this person until they decided not to negotiate. Because at that point, I'm like, wait a minute, how does someone with 10 years or 15 years of experience not know the rules of the game? Like, okay, now what else am I not seeing? It makes me do a second background check. It brings forth issues, okay? Topic number 3, greed, okay? Like I said, this is about fairness, not greed. Calling out what is right and wrong is not greedy. Advocating for yourself is not greedy. Getting what you deserve, what your sacrifices make it worthwhile, is not greedy. And I really want you to ask yourself, in a certain sense, the greediest thing you could possibly do is to silently accept something that you know is not going to get the job done. And then 3, 4, 5 months, when you feel like you're failing in your family and you're failing in your job, and there's anger and resentment, who gains, right? To go for what excites you, to go for a number that makes you feel, yeah, I'm excited now, I'm okay with working late, I'm okay with sacrificing, this is fine. That's precious, and you're giving the employer a gift when you structure the situation that way. Ultimately, they don't know your situation, your capabilities the way that you do. You have got to take that extra step, okay? Please, please, please hear me here. Ask for it. That is my message to you. I want you to ask for it more. I want you to talk about what really moves you more. I want you to discuss and be challenged and engage on that which is really important more. And I want you to ask for the money that you deserve. The more you ask for it, the more you're going to start getting it. And the more you ask for it, the more elegant and graceful you're going to be and asking for it in a better way next time. But you've got to start by getting out of that 55%. Talk soon, guys, and if you want to go deeper with me, if you really want to help me out, hop on over to helloanish.com, HELLOANISH.com right now. I have an all-new masterclass there, the new rules of executive hiring. If you're interested, you can access that right from our homepage. You're also going to see exclusive training that you're not going to find anywhere else, offering you a perspective that you will not find anywhere else. Thank you, guys. Talk soon.